Hello, it's Sue Maddox from Sue Maddox Paper Crafts here with you today, helping you make beautiful cards at home. And today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful simple design card just using your favourite pattern paper and just a couple of supplies. Here's a couple of examples here, and then we're going to make one together using some Christmas paper. All right, let's get a start and have a look at what we've got. So you might recall in one of my earlier videos I had some of our essential toolkit items. So we're just using these basic supplies today. Just as a reminder, that was some scissors, we had some white cardstock, a black ink pad and a clear acrylic block, and we also had some adhesives, the Simply Chamois and our trusty Stampin' trimmer. So I'll have a little link at the end to that video if you haven't had a chance to have a look at that one. Today we're just going to add a couple of supplies to that list. We're going to grab out your favourite pattern paper and we're going to use this rectangular postage stamp punch. So we're going to combine those and let's have a little look. I'm also going to feature a stamp set and a greeting punch, and really you can sub in any of your favourite greeting sets and a punch that works well with them. So for this video today, I'm using the Many Mates stamp set. Let's just have a quick look at this. Quite a versatile one, lots of handy greetings in that one. And it goes very well with a number of punches. The one that I'm using today is this one called Timeless Label. So that fits nicely with that one. Okay, so let's get a start on our card. So the paper that I'm using for this one is called Heartwarming Hugs. So it's a beautiful Christmas paper. Here's some of our designs here. We'll flip over to see the back. And it's a great Christmas one. And I've just picked out one matching ink pad to go with this, and that is the Real Red. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my postage stamp punch. And I'm just going to punch out some little sections of these designs. And we're all set now. Just to make things a little bit quicker, I've already got a start on that one, and I've got a little pile here of my patterns to work with. So let's get going with our cardstock. I'm using my Whisper White thick cardstock. I've already cut that in half, so I've cut that at 14.8 centimetres, and which is an A5 size, and then I'm just going to score it at 10.5 centimetres. Our little fold line. Make sure we're using the scoring blade. That's the lighter one. Okay. Now, I'm going to just make life a little bit easier for myself here and just do a little line at the side. And it really, I don't measure this. Look, if we are measuring, it's probably about 1 centimetre or so in. But I just want a little score line. Let me move that down a bit so we can see. I'm just going to move it across a couple of millimetres and do another one just to make a little double line here, and that's going to be quite handy when I'm lining up my pattern. Okay, move the trimmer to the side for a moment. Now comes the fun part, mixing and matching the colours. This is the bit that always takes a little while, I think, doesn't it? So I can use my line there to help me get all of these straightened out. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So we just want to get a nice combination of our patterns. Now this card here was inspired, I think this is a design on the back of our catalogue, our annual catalogue this year, that looks a little bit like this with this punch. Okay, let's have a little look there. What else are we going to do? We want to put one of these stripy ones in. I think actually the red balances out nicely with that other red there, doesn't it? We'll put one of the stripy ones in. And what else have we got here? Don't forget to flip it over if you want another design. We'll grab that one maybe. And one more down the bottom. Let's get this green here. Okay, that's looking good. So I've sort of got my combination how I want them. I'm just going to pop them to the side for a moment. And we're just going to glue one at a time. Make sure I don't forget which ones I'm using. So I'm using the liquid glue for this one. Okay. I like to store this, by the way, upside down. So I like to store it in a little container upside down. That way the glue always goes to the bottom. Sometimes you have to take off a little little crusty bit from last time. And a little bit of glue on here. Now, not too much. You don't want to have it blobbing out everywhere. That's what I usually end up doing. Okay, flip that over. And we can use our line down here just to sort of get him lined up. And I want him roughly in the middle, but I'm not being too fussy, to be honest. Just somewhere there will be fine. This is quite a forgiving design, this one. Okay, our next one here. I was reading the postage recommendations for posting for Christmas, and I thought they look a little optimistic to me. I think I would be shaving a few weeks off those just to be on the safe side. All right, let's pop this one on. And you'll see these are just going to hang off the edge a little bit. And I just want to make sure that I get my spacing even. So whatever gap you've left there, just keep it a similar amount here. This punch has got the little perforated edges to look like a postage stamp, so it lines up quite nicely. And you just get, when you use the liquid glue, you just get that little tiny bit of time to give it an adjustment if you need to. Now, I'm going to start now with this one that sort of offsets the other one. I'll leave the hanging off the edge ones till last for this bit. So I just want to put in similar sort of spacing down here, and then sort of roughly half-half there. Don't have to go half-half, you can go 2/3 a third. Sort of looks quite nice. Oh, give him a bit of a wiggle, make sure it's straight. And then we can work down from that. So a little bit more glue. I just think you have to experiment a bit, just get that right pressure on that glue to have the right amount coming out. All right, let's pop that in there. Oh, am I going wonky? I forgot to wear my glasses today, so we'll just have to hope for the best there. Now, this one, you'll see I only need a little bit of this one, so I'm just going to put glue on about half of that one. And then I won't get my scissors all super gluey. All right, pop that one there. Whoop. And lucky last, now we could snip this off and then put the other bit up the top. I'm going to use a different design, so I think I'm going to go with this one here. You see how quick this is to put together. It's quite a fast one. Okay, now once that's all dry, so I would give that just a little moment just to get those bits dry. We can flip it over to the other side, and then I'm just going to snip off my excess. And I find it easiest to just do this with the scissors, to be honest. Now, you might not want to use good scissors for this bit because you do get them a little bit gluey. So if you've got a spare old pair around, you can, yeah, just get a little bit off with that. Otherwise, just give them a good wipe. All right, here's our card base all ready, and now we just need our greeting. So for this set, I've been using Mini Mates. Now, look, if I was using this Christmas paper, probably I would grab a Christmas stamp set with your favourite Christmas greeting. Let's just say for a moment that we do not have many supplies. We're just getting started. So we've got this Mini Mates set. And looking through, I thought, well, we could use Celebrate. That works for all occasions, really. So if I had a Merry Christmas stamp, I would probably use that one for this particular design. Let me find my white paper. So I've got a little piece of that here somewhere. And I've grabbed out my stamp from here, popped it onto my block, and let's get the ink pad and get him ready. So just a little tap, tap, tap. You don't want to squish him down. You don't want to get ink everywhere. Just a little gentle tap is fine. Okay, and then remember, because our punch is a little bit larger, this one, don't do it really close over to the edge or you'll run out of space. Just pop it in a little bit, gentle stamp. Sometimes I find with greetings, it takes a couple of goes to get a nice, crisp, clean image that you're happy with. Sometimes you get a little mark at the edge, so just do him a couple of times until you're happy with it. And then we can flip our punch over. So you see I flipped it over to the back there. and we can get our get it all lined up how we'd like. All right, so pop him in the middle, and all set to put him on our card. So I'm going to use some of the dimensionals for that. I think I've only got my mini ones. Oh, no, here we go. Flip our thing over. One of our, definitely our essential items, these dimensionals. So put a few on. I like to have my greetings nice and well supported there. Take the backings off. Okay. Spread these little backings all over the house. That seems to be how it goes in at my place. I find these everywhere. Even places where I found some in Jack's bedroom the other day, and we had not done any crafting down there. All right, let's have a little look. So pop him around, just see where you think, where it catches your eye. I think he looks nice here. If you do happen to have anything like something, you get a big blob of glue coming out, or something's just not how you like it, you've bent a little bit of paper or something, then you can use your greeting quite often to cover up some oopsies. I'm going to put this one here. And voila, we're all done. I would probably put a little, let's see if I can find a little embellishment up here. I didn't get that ready earlier, so what have I got in my little collection here? Look, I think there's some little, here we go, little stars and things. So you might want to grab a little pack of something that matches whatever cards you're going to be making. See if I can find my bit to get this open. And we might just put a little, use the edge of my scissors here. Just grab a little one of these, maybe one of these red dots. How about that? Okay, so we can test him out. Yeah, that looks good. Or maybe up here. Oh, maybe I'll just drop him and lose him. Come back here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go down in this little corner here. Okay, just a little finishing touch there. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm liking that. We'll see. All right, let's just have a closer look now at a couple of other variations. So we'll clear a bit of space here. And let's see what we've got. Before I do anything else, I'm going to clean that stamp, because otherwise Murphy's Law, I'll drop something on it with nice red ink. So we just give him a little tap, tap, tap there. Yep, that's all clean and ready to go back into my stamp case. Put him back in there, and then we're all set to go. Okay. Now, some other variations on that design. We've got this one. This one is in Peony Garden, the beautiful pinks and greys. And for this one, I've stamped the greeting on one of the plainer designs from this pack. So that was a handy one, just to give it a little bit of oomph without needing any other extra supplies. This one would be a nice one to stamp on as well, and this little light grey one there too. So a few different options there. These next two are from the pattern paper pack called Artistry Blooms. So this one I've done the same way. I've just gone straight onto that white base, and then I've picked out a matching colour, which was the Night of Navy. If you want to mix it up a little bit, for this one I've cut my paper to, let me have a look here, I think it's 8 centimetres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get an actual ruler out here and have a look. Just double check that. And it is, yeah, 8 centimetres. So I've cut, it's one of the designs from the pack, and I've cut that to 8 centimetres wide, and then I've just added my little pieces on that. So just another way to add another little layer, but still keep it nice and simple, still with just our basic supplies. All these greetings come from that same set, the Many Mates set. So that's quite a good one. All of these greetings fit into that punch. Now, one extra bit that I nearly forgot to show you was how to adapt this punch for a smaller greeting. So let's have a little look here. I'm just going to stamp this Just Thinking of You stamp. Give me a little tap tap. Give myself a little bit of room here, and we'll pop that in the middle. Okay, now let's get our punch. What have I done with my punch? Here it is, timeless label. Okay, so this time I'm going to go a little bit more closely over here to the edge. Now just check that top and bottom and make sure that you're happy. I give him a little bit of a squeeze and then just make sure I'm happy with the spacing and I've got it lined up well. Okay, so we're going to punch that and then I want to make it a little bit smaller, this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a post-it note as a little bit of a handle. So I'll just pop that on here like that. And then I can put my greeting back in again. And we're going to go over here until we get the spacing here on the left and the right about even. Okay, you want to line him up carefully. There we go. And there we've got a little, we've just adapted him a little bit and we've got a little smaller size just using the same punch. So that's how I did the greeting for this one here. Let's grab him out. Okay, I just made a little smaller shape with that same punch. Quite handy. Okay, I think that's all the main things we've got there. I hope that design's one that might be handy for you. Let's go back up here. And yeah, something that you can make without a lot of supplies. So all you need for that one is just to grab your favourite pack of pattern paper. If it doesn't have black in it, you might need a matching ink to go with it. And then we've just got our postage stamp punch. So that's a good design you can do with that one. Okay, thanks very much. If you like all my bits and pieces, there's a little subscribe button over there somewhere. And I'll catch you again next time with some more ideas for our beginners and for our avid crafters. Thanks very much. Bye.